Hello and welcome to my first tutorial of how to start the Boeing 737-600 from its cold and dark position. Now this tutorial applies to all other PMDG Boeing 737 aircraft models. So once you've watched how to start the PMDG 737-600 from its cold and dark position, you can basically do so on the other models of the PMDG 737 aircraft. So we're just going to start this video by heading over to the overhead panel. As you can see here, our ground power available light has been turned off. In order for the light to turn on, you have to close both cutoff switches in engine number 1 and engine number 2. You can do this by heading to the throttle quadrant. And the first thing we're going to do before we supply in our ground power is turn on battery and standby power and emergency exit lights. Now we're going to turn on our ground power, test to see if it works. Okay, turn on our yaw damper, fuel pumps, our APU, no smoking sign to auto, fasten seatbelts to on, turn on our window heat, as well as test it. Works fine. Turn it back on. The probes we won't need until after engine start. Turn on engine number 1 and turn on engine number 2. As you can see, you can, if you observe here, this sign that says low pressure and low pressure on engine number 2. Basically, what this means is that the engine has low oil pressure, but that is because I turned off the plane from when I started the plane from the cold and dark position. So, after we start the plane, the oil pressure will return to its normal position, or where it should be to. Here we see the APU gen light on, and that is you can determine when it's going to turn on by looking at the EGT gauge. As it reaches 8, the light will turn on, and you can turn on the APU generators and turn on the APU bleed. Okay. Turn on the position lights and anti-collision lights, and we are ready to turn on engine number 1 and engine number 2. But before we can do that, we have to go into our throttle quadrant and open up the cutoff switches for engine number 1 and engine number 2. After that, we can turn on engine number 1 and engine number 2. As you can see here, it says low oil pressure, but don't be discouraged because it will start to increase incrementally. After the engines spool up, after the EGT on each engine has reached 19.8, so you can see they started to spool up there, and the oil pressure is returning back to its normal position, or where it should be. And now, since we have both engines started up, we can head over to our overhead panel and turn on the probes. And that's pretty much it. So subscribe, like, comment, and thank you for watching. I will also be making a FMC programming guide or tutorial. It's probably going to be by parts, since it takes a little bit of time to program the FMC with the routes and information of the flight. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you liked, and goodbye.